This is Martinique, an island in the French Caribbean, where banana and sugar plantations stretch out as far as the eye can see. Despite this, Martinique heavily relies on food imports. In this supermarket, 80% of products are not produced on the island. Bread from Canada, honey from Moldova. With products coming from very far away, they usually cost around 10% more than in mainland France.
I used to live in mainland France and I've moved here now. When looking at price differences, it's just shocking. Sometimes we see a price difference of 5, 6 or even 10 euros.
Grated cheese was about €5 per kilo, approximately. So it's around 10 or 11 euros in certain places. It's really quite unbelievable.
In order to try and reduce food imports, islanders have been moving towards growing their produce locally. These small-scale farms couldn't be more different from the banana and sugar monocultures that cover much of Martinique's agricultural land. This organic farmer still has to import some of his seeds, however.
This rocket comes from Italy. In Martinique, we lack food production in terms of leafy vegetables. The aim here is to increase our production to ensure our food sovereignty.
With the weather in Martinique ideal for his crops, he can grow a wide variety of vegetables, which end up on local supermarket shelves. This crop diversity helps regenerate the soil, which has been left stripped of nutrients following years of intensive farming.
The fact that we have more diversity in terms of food production is also a way to guarantee our income, guarantee food security for the future, and most importantly, to meet the needs of our island.
Cocoa used to dominate the island, but has since been replaced by other plantations. This farmer hopes to reverse that trend and has planted cocoa trees on his family's farmland.
The trees here were planted less than 10 years ago, and they're already on their third harvest.
Did you expect this?
Well, I was expecting it, but I was still a bit surprised.
Working with a local association specialising in cocoa production, Lucien uses the concepts of agroecology and agroforestry to produce a product thanks to its surrounding environment, rather than in spite of it.
We went to observe their techniques in other Caribbean countries as they've never stopped producing there. We saw how they ferment, how they process, how they harvest, and today we are slowly relearning all the different methods.
While cocoa production on the island remains limited, the association hopes it can triple it within the next 5 years, banking on reviving the 17th century European love of Martinique cocoa.
It allows French chocolate makers to say, today we have the possibility to make chocolate that is 100% French.
The revival of local produce extends further than just to cocoa. This fruit juice factory wants to increase its share of the market on the island. Around 30 tons of juice is produced here every day. Its manager says these machines could produce twice as much if demand were there.
We have machines here that are too efficient and too quick in comparison to the market that we're working for and the 300,000 people who live on this island.
In order to increase demand, the brand emphasises its local credentials with a Martinique at heart sticker on their bottles. This is their way of differentiating themselves from European competitors.
It instantly helps the customer make a decision and ensure that they systematically purchase products with that label on.
This certification supports thousands of jobs across the island, from industrial producers to small-scale artisans. With the Martinique population largely in favour of more food self-sufficiency, the winds of change seem to be blowing in the right direction.